What's the reason? Wrestlefactor getting there. How is it going? Welcome to this is a bit of a different thing. Welcome to Wrestlefactor. It's a small little sub-series on my channel. I just talk about professional wrestling here. You know how it goes. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, since I got into professional wrestling almost 2 years ago. I'm currently recording this on April 17th, and it's 6:53 p.m. It's Wrestlemania weekend. Very excited about that. And I wanted to put my predictions out on the internet. Controversial opinions, potentially. Do I care? No. It's the whole point of what I do is, like, I do stuff. People love it, people hate it. Now WrestleMania 41 kicks off, not even with WrestleMania. We're going to be talking Stand and Deliver. Yes, we're talking Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania 41 Saturday, and WrestleMania 41 Sunday. And also something going on Friday night, April 18th, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Because that's something I always like to find interesting, because it's an annual event, why not? So let's go ahead and start off with that. My pick to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale is Sheamus. Why Sheamus, you may ask? He's in the twilight years of his career. Still putting on banger after banger after banger. And he wants the Intercontinental Championship. He can use it as leverage. We'll get to the Intercontinental Championship later, don't worry. I'd say you can use it as leverage, saying, you know, hey, I did this is special, I think I should deserve this. Done by all, I think that's a good idea. And that'll be on the April 18th SmackDown. They go home before WrestleMania. But now let's move away from that and look to Stand and Deliver, NXT's main event for WrestleMania weekend. We have, and I'm checking my phone on this to see, just to make sure, because y'all know me, I don't script these. Starting with Stand Deliver, we have a pre-show match. Metaphor, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson, Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley, and JC Jane, Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan against Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade in a fatal 4-way tag team match. Elimination fatal 4-way tag team match to determine the number one contenders to the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. We will get to that shortly as well. And by the way, all the match cards will be down here. If I had to pick a team, controversial pick, I'm going Roxanne and Cora on this one. Why, you may ask? Roxanne is almost done in NXT, I would believe. I mean, 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Cora Jade, you know, she's been there for a long time. They've been feuding on and off for years at this point. Have them have one final match, send Roxanne out to the main roster full time after they lose. But we'll get to that. And now let's go to the main show. A ladder match to determine the new NXT Women's North American Champion. For those that do not know, the former champion, Stephanie Vaquer, we'll get to her shortly, relinquished the NXT Women's North American Championship to give more women a chance in the NXT Women's Midcard division. The 6 participants in the match are as follows: Zarya, Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka, the Cullings, Izzy Dame, Lola Vice, and the recently returned Thea Hale. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen NXT, tell me what Thea Hale's new theme is. I need it now. If I had to pick someone, there's a lot of good contenders on here, I will say that. We're going to get a new champion regardless. And also, we have the inaugural champion, Kalani Jordan, in this match too, so she has a little leverage. And guess how that was won? Ladder match. If I had to pick a winner, controversial pick, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Thea Hale. She's been in NXT for a long time, challenged for almost every single title, especially NXT Women's Championship, multitude of times. Everyone else has their own little stories going on, and I think Thea Hale is the perfect person to be rewarded for that. That's just me. But I say Thea Hale is becoming the new NXT Women's North American Champion at Stand and Deliver. A fatal 4-way match for the NXT Women's Championship, Stephanie Becker against former champ Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jada Barker. So here we are with Stephanie Becker again, who is the NXT Women's Champion. She beat Julia to win that championship, held both titles, and then vacated the North American title. All 4 women have solidified themselves in the main event of the NXT Women's division, hands down. If I had to pick somebody to win, honestly, any one of them could win it. I wouldn't be upset. I'm going to say we are going to get Julia to become a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Why do I say that? Julia wants the title back. She only held it for 60 some odd days. I don't know, man. I'm kind of grasping the straws with this one. I just have a feeling Julia might win, but if I had to take a second pick, I'd say Stephanie Becker. So either Julia or Stephanie, but my gut is saying Julia. We have a tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, against Hank and Tank. Fraxium has been one of the most amazing tag teams within the past year. I mean, they were on the PWI as Best Tag Team of 2024, which is truth. That is true. And I think they're going to continue it. I think they're going to continue the run. Up until Stand Deliver, where I think they're going to be dethroned. I'm calling it now. I say Hank and Tank are going to pull out the win. They're going to be some big underdogs going into it. I think they can do it. I genuinely think they can do it. Ricky Saints, Ethan Page for the NXT North America Championship. This one is one that I'm personally looking forward to the most. I love the NXT North American Championship. It is probably my favorite championship in NXT. Probably one of my favorites in WWE overall. I'm going to say Ricky Saints retains. We're going to have a retention, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, he just won it. I don't think he's going to let go of it for a while. So, I'm saying Ricky Saints retains. We have a 6-man tag team match. The D'Angelo family, Tony D'Angelo, Channing, Stacks, Lorenzo, and Luca Crucifino against Dark State, Dion Lennox, Keller James, Saquon Sugars, or Lucky Ali for those that don't really watch NXT but might ring a bell, and Osiris Griffin. You may think, wait a minute, is that a 4-on-3? Well, there's 4 men that can't compete, but only 3 are allowed. 6-man tag. It's not a 4-on-3 handicap. Except it kind of is. So, deal with that information as you must. I'm saying Dark State picks out the win, and I'm saying we get a Stacks heel turn. If you've been watching NXT, you probably know why. If you don't, Stacks has been going kind of rogue lately in the D'Angelo family. He is the underboss. I think he might be joining, or maybe... I got a bold one. Stacks, Luca, and Rizzo all turn on Tony. Send Tony up to the main roster. Is it bold? Yes. Do I think it could happen? Also, yes. And finally, our main event on the main card. Obafemi defends the NXT Championship against Trick Williams and Javon Evans. This has been a pretty good feud. It really has. I believe Obafemi's going to retain. He is undefeated in triple threats. And if you've seen a triple threat with Obafemi, you know it's good. It is dang good. I think Javon's probably going to do kind of what they did with Trick. Or maybe... I don't know, man. I just think something's going to happen during it. But I don't know what. But I'm saying Obafemi's going to retain. And that has been confirmed to be the main event of Stand Deliver. If you want to watch Stand Deliver, I'll tell you where you can watch it. For all of our US viewers, you can watch it on Peacock. It is at 1 p.m. EDT, that's Eastern Daylight Time. So convert that to your own time zone as you will. Or for anyone that is not in the United States, it is able to be watched on Netflix. Again, at 1 p.m. EDT, 10 a.m. Pacific, since it is taking place in Sin City in Las Vegas. And now we cut to the big guns, WrestleMania 41. Now, WrestleMania is 2 nights as of April 17th. This is the Thursday before Mania. We have 13 matches, but we'll get into a little something I want to talk about here in just a little bit. Starting off with night 1. The World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Gunther defends against the winner of the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble main event, Jey Uso. I believe Jey Uso is going to pull out the impossible and become World Heavyweight Champion. Unless Jimmy screws him again. Please no. Please, just let the fans be happy. I believe Jey Uso is going to do it. And I feel like there might be something going on with Jimmy. I don't know, maybe we might get a WrestleMania 40 rematch down the line, now that Jimmy's actually healthy. I mean, last time we saw him, he was in a bloody pole, but... The War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, defend the World Tag Team Championships against the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. You may be wondering, have we seen this match before? Yes. Yes, we have. Well, I haven't, but it's been done before. I will say this. But this is a New Day that kicked Big E out of the New Day. And if you haven't watched WWE in a while, yes, what you heard is true. Big E is gone from the New Day. Not because he's medically retired, because Woods and Kingston kicked him out. In one of the most diabolical acts ever. Still hate those two fools. I believe New Day are going to be the War Raiders to become World Tag Team Champions. Also, personal rant. Nobody cares what I think about booking, wrestling matches. Nobody cares, alright? Nobody cares. But there's one match that I feel like should be on here, but isn't. And the fact that we're talking about tag team titles brings me to this point. Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns. Sounds like it should be a WrestleMania Classic, right? It's on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. It's a 2-night event. How are they not on the WrestleMania card when you have the Street Profits, a WWE homegrown tag team, and the Motor City Machine Guns, arguably one of the best tag teams of all time? I don't know, that just doesn't sit right with me and a lot of other people. But who cares what I think, right? Who cares what I think? I'm just doing this because I think it's fun. Rey Mysterio, hey, camera, hey, In our third match, we have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. We don't know who this El Grande Americano is. He looks like Chad Gable. I don't know. I think Chad Gable, El Grande Americano is gonna win. Debut WrestleMania against first. I don't know. This whole thing has just been hysterical. It's amazing. We have another singles match. Jade Cargill and Naomi. There's a lot of backstory behind this one. I think Naomi is going to be Jade. Why do I say this? Naomi is now a heel. Jade's angry. You got two people that you don't really want to lose, but one can suffer a loss a bit more, so that way they can win in the end. So I think Naomi's going to go over. One match that I am personally very excited for night one. LA Knight defends the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu. Yeah, I got Jacob Fatu winning this one. No offense to LA Knight. Not at all. But you got Jacob Fatu on a WrestleMania? That boy better be winning. And he better go on a lengthy run with that U.S. Championship. And then we have Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Championship against the winner of the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair. Ooh, brother. This match is something, man. If you hear the name Charlotte Flair, I think you can go ahead and assume she's probably going to win. More likely than not. Which I really, really, really hate to say. I like Charlotte. I think she does her character well. But does anyone really want Charlotte winning at WrestleMania? No. No one does. Just throwing that out there. Just no. But is she going to win? Yes. But there's no question about it. Yes. If Tiffany wins, awesome. Biggest upset of the year. Is it going to happen? No. You should just not even expect that to happen. And finally, in the main event of night one, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, triple threat match. Now there is a lot of history with this match. We're going to get into a little trivia segment of things that you should probably know before you watch it. Stand Delivered doesn't really have a whole lot. The main first match for the North American Championship since it was revealed last year's. And that's mainly about it. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. WrestleMania, though, has a lot more. I have Seth Rollins winning. Another fact about this, Paul Heyman will be in the corner of CM Punk. That is the favor that Paul Heyman owed to CM Punk. As this is CM Punk's first ever WrestleMania main event, which is something that should have happened a long time ago. But instead we got John Cena and The Rock 2 times in a row. Why? No one's ever going to find out. I wonder what the favors that Seth wants. I guess we'll find out on Saturday. Also, Roman Reigns main eventing WrestleMania for the 10th time. Awesome. See, Jacob Fatu's first Mania, Timmy Strand's first Mania. both Royal Rumble winners are not main eventing WrestleMania for the first time since WrestleMania 34. That's something. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, while it may not be guaranteed a main event, it's a marquee match. And even then, having a spot on possibly the biggest wrestling event of the entire year, that's huge as is. Do I feel like Gunther J should main event night one? I will agree, yes. But considering how storylines have matched up and, all the matches on there, I'm like, hey, as long as it's good, it's all that matters. Because I don't watch as a critic, I watch as a fan. I just enjoy pro wrestling. And so should you. I get it, there's things that you might hate. But just enjoy to the best of your ability. And then you won't be so upset. Plain and simple. And also, things change over time. So, something you may not like, too bad. It's the new norm now. Just gotta get used to it. Enough of my rant. Let's get on to night 2. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Women's World Championship. Triple threat match. Give me Io. I love Rhea. I do. I really, really, really do. I mean... Let me... I was almost married to, basically, American Rhea Ripley. But, as much as I love Rhea, and I really want her to win, like I is saying Io, mainly because she deserved to win a Mania. And I think Bianca Belair, she's great. I think she's finally losing. For the first time since participating in a Battle Royal. Just saying. I think it's time for the streak to be over. Now, here's a match I was talking about earlier. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez against Bayley and the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. For the Women's Tag Team Championships, give me Judgment Day. Was the gauntlet match cool? Absolutely. Did I think Bayley and Lyra really deserved to win it? I mean, they're on WrestleMania, so that's cool. And I probably shouldn't say they didn't deserve it. It's just like there were actual tag teams in the match, and none of them won, which is a bit what? But okay, sure, I guess. Personally, I feel like, it's the first year of the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Should be defended on WrestleMania. Same with the Women's United States Championship. Chelsea isn't even on the card. So it's like, I guess they maybe want to give it a year to have it on a WrestleMania card, which is fine, I guess, but it's just kind of like, why? But yeah, I have Liv and Raquel winning and then beating Cora and Roxanne on the Tuesday following. Color me surprised if otherwise. Then we have AJ Styles and Logan Paul. Yeah, give me AJ, let's move on. No, actually. Look. Any wrestling fan, any professional wrestling fan, we hate how good Logan Paul is at what he does. He's amazing. And we hate how good he is. Can he be the phenomenal one, though? No. No, he should not. I say this both as someone who loves pro wrestling and someone who is an AJ Styles fan. Now, this is the match I am looking forward to the most in the undercard. Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship. I got my boy Dirty Dom winning this one. I mean, Braun, it goes in between both face and heel. He's basically just like, if you do something, or if you want to come at me, I will kill you. That is basically his whole philosophy, and I love it. That's just what he do. When the dogs are barking, you gonna die. Cue the clip of probably cue a clip of like a amazing Braun Breaker spear or something. Probably the one they did a Carlito a few weeks ago.
Thanks for coming, Carlito. He was about driven to Duluth.
I think Judgment Day is also going to implode a little bit. Finn's going to betray the group. JD's going to come back and wonder like what's going on. He's probably going to show up. I feel like he's probably going to show up. And then Dom's going to win. Finn's going to get upset. Paley kick to the front of the head. Leave. That's what I think's going to happen. And another one I'm looking forward to. I'm probably looking forward to him more than most because these are two of my favorite professional wrestlers. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Sin City Street Fight. Drew McIntyre's been one of the best players in WWE, especially that feud with CM Punk. Oh man, that was so beautiful, man. So beautiful. If you have not, watch the Hell in a Cell match from Bad Blood. It was so good. And Damian Priest is one of my absolute favorite wrestlers of all time. I actually have a fun story. My first ever wrestling show that I watched was Money in the Bank 2023. That was the day I went over to my ex-girlfriend's house and said, okay, I'll watch the show, why not? The first match was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which was won by Priest. And I have loved Damian Priest on screen as a wrestler ever since. Like, one of my all-time favorites. I would love to meet him one day and just be like, thank you for getting me into this world of professional wrestling. But between Priest and McIntyre, could go either way, wouldn't be upset. But I have a sneaking suspicion that Drew might pull out the dub. But I wouldn't be upset if Priest did. But my official prediction, Drew McIntyre. And before we get to our main event match, which I kind of showed earlier, we were supposed to have a match on night 1 for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. However, that is unfortunately no longer the case, as was done in a segment a few weeks back on SmackDown. Kevin Owens is now medically ineligible to compete due to needing emergency neck surgery. Not like emergency, like immediate, but like if he steps in the ring, it's probably not going to end up well for him, and it is a shoot injury. And he has apparently been wrestling with it for the past 4 months. And apparently it is bad enough to where he could be out for about a year. He could miss out next year's WrestleMania, and at the worst, it has medically retired him. Let's hope not. Let's hope he gets soon. So that match got canceled. For those wondering how that match came to be, Kevin got upset, pile drived Randy, tried to package pile drive Sammy after their unsanctioned match in Toronto back at Elimination Chamber in March, and now here we are. And now Randy wants a WrestleMania opponent because this will be his 20th WrestleMania. And he's won Nick Aldis, where he's like, hey, give me something to work with here. Hear me out though. I believe we are going to get a 7th match on night 2, just kind of like how we did with last year. With, we had 13 matches scheduled, 7 for night 1, 6 for night 2. Damian Priest cashes in, making it 7 on night 2. If those saying, well, that doesn't count as my main cash-in, it is technically an official match. Don't want to hear it. If you go to Cage Match, if you go to Wikipedia, if you go to anything describing the event, it's listed as official match. Screw you. But I believe we are going to get a Randy Orton match on night 2. And it will not be Nick Aldis. It could be Nick Aldis. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a returning Malachi Black. Whether under his Malachi Black or Aleister Black, they're basically the same. But I believe we are going to be getting Randy Orton and Malachi Black. And finally, in the main event, Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship against John Cena, winner of the Elimination Chamber, which, by the way, also Bianca was a winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber. The thing is, this isn't just, Cody Rhodes and John Cena, the John Cena we know and love, and Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. This is Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, against John Cena, who sold out to The Rock, ending his 22-year base run. I got John Cena winning. I think John Cena is going to win the WWE Championship, win 17, break Ric Flair's record. I'd say he's probably going to hold it until maybe Survivor Series. There, said it. But that is my firm belief. I believe we're getting a new WWE Champion for the first time since April 6th, 2024. Or is it April 7th? It was April 7th. AKA WrestleMania Sunday, WrestleMania 40 Sunday, when Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns. And then we go to the Raw after WrestleMania, NXT after, and then we just keep on going, baby. And that is that. Those are my official predictions for WrestleMania weekend, Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania 40 Night 1, and WrestleMania 40 Night 2. By the time that you see this, I will probably have spent several hours editing this, so I hope you all watch this. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Let me know what kind of wrestling content y'all want. I've been wanting to do wrestling content for a very long time. It's just a lot of things I want to do have just been incredibly tedious. I just haven't really had the time to sit down and record. And when I did, well, y'all saw a pretty funny clip in my opinion, but I decided to nuke the entire project. That cost me a couple hours of my time, so. But eventually, I'll have it up. Probably would need me to do a lot more work on it, so. Yay. But I hope you all have enjoyed. Gonna break leg earthquake. I will see you all in the next one. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you want more wrestling content from me, I generally cover AEW pay-per-views and TNA events as well. Once a month, whenever they're live. So, and we will be covering TNA Unbreakable. We will have covered TNA Unbreakable and are going to be covering TNA Rebellion this upcoming, I think it's the 27th. Post-production me will correct me later on that. So, yeah, I'd say come hang out on the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Wrestlemactor, link in the description down below. You can join in for Pokemon, Dead by Daylight, wrestling content, or just anything else that I do. So, yeah. Again, thank you all so much for enjoying. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Leg earthquake. I'll see you all in the next one. Again, thank you all for watching. Peace.